All right, today we're going to talk about a brand new tool from Google that is seriously shaking things up for developers. It's called Gemini CLI. It's recently been open sourced, and trust me, you're going to want to hear what makes this so exciting.
But first, let me just ask you this. What if that amazing AI coding partner you rely on every single day costs you, well, nothing? Absolutely zero. That's the huge promise that Google is dropping on the table with this release.
So yeah, it's official. Google has open-sourced its Gemini CLI, and they're not being subtle about it. They're positioning this as a direct challenger to tools like Claude Code. This isn't just another product launch, it's a major move from one of the biggest names in the game.
So let's get right to it. What's the big deal? Well, there are three massive reasons you need to pay attention to this, because we're talking about something that's totally different from the paid lockdown tools we're all used to. This is where Gemini CLI just flips the entire script. While pretty much everyone else is running on a subscription model behind closed doors, Google's tool is totally free for personal use, and it's fully open source. You can actually pop the hood, look at the code, and see how it ticks. That level of transparency is a huge deal, and it's definitely going to put some pressure on the competition.
And when I say free, I mean really free. We're not talking about some watered-down trial version. You get access to Gemini 1.5 Pro's full 1 million token context window without paying a single cent. That is a massive amount of context, enough for the AI to understand huge code bases.
And the freebies don't stop there. The rate limits are incredibly generous. You can make up to 60 requests a minute and 1,000 per day. And all you have to do is log in with your personal Google account. Sure, there are paid options if you need even more, but this free tier is more than enough for most people to hit the ground running.
Okay, so it's free, it's open source, but is it any good? Does it actually perform? Well, let's dive into the core features, because this thing is a seriously capable coding buddy. So here's a quick look at what's under the hood. You've got Google Search Grounding, which is awesome. It supports something called Model Context Protocols. You can easily bake it into your own scripts for automation. And it uses these Gemini.nd files for custom instructions, kind of like how Claude has its own markdown files. Let's zoom in on that first one, because Google Search Grounding is a total game changer. It means the AI can pull information straight from the web, in real time. For a developer, this is huge. It means your assistant isn't working off of old data. It always knows about the latest library updates, the newest documentation, everything.
Okay, next up is MCP. If you haven't heard of it, don't worry. Basically, think of Model Context Protocols as a universal plug. It's a standard way to give the AI extra info, like files from your project or even custom tools, so it's perfectly tuned to what you're working on.
So at this point, you're probably thinking, all right, what's the catch? This has got to be a nightmare to install, right? Well, actually, no. It gets even better. Getting this thing set up is ridiculously easy. It's literally 3 simple steps. Just make sure you have a recent version of Node.js, run one single command in your terminal, and then just follow the prompts to log in with your Google account. That's it. You're done. Ready to code.
All right, enough talk. Let's see this thing in the wild. We're going to watch it take a brand new Next.js application and start making changes, starting with something super simple. So the first prompt is as straightforward as it gets. I want to update the homepage to read Developer's Digest. This is a basic test to see if it can find the right file and make a simple edit.
And right away, you see something really cool that sets it apart. Gemini CLI shows you its work. You can literally see its thinking process as it scans the project, figures out which file to edit, and plans the changes. It's not just a black box. And boom, there's the result. It nailed it. Found the right page.tsx file, got rid of the old boilerplate text, and dropped in the new heading, exactly as we asked. Simple, clean, and super fast. Okay, time to turn up the heat. For the next prompt, we're asking it to build an entire SaaS landing page to replace what's there now. We're going from a tiny text edit to full-on code generation. This is the real test. Now, while it's working, it's worth pointing out the speed. The sources make it clear that while Claude 3 Opus is incredible, Gemini 1.5 Pro is just noticeably faster. And for a big, complex job like this, that speed difference really starts to matter. And wow, just look at that. In a matter of seconds, Gemini CLI generated a complete, well-designed SaaS landing page from scratch. This just proves how incredibly capable this tool is. And again, this is all for free. So what's the bottom line here? Gemini CLI is a fast, powerful, and easy-to-use coding assistant. No doubt about it. But its real magic, the thing that truly sets it apart, is that combination of being completely free and fully open source. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. With Google throwing a tool this powerful out there for everyone to use, are we seeing the future of AI development? A future where the best tools aren't locked behind a subscription, but are open and free for everyone? It is a very exciting time to be a developer. Thanks for tuning in.